Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And today I will be reading A Cat Succeeder by Bakugou trademark on Tumblr. So let's get into it. Cats keep on it weird when you're not answering any of his phone calls or texts. Most of the time you're pretty consistent with getting back to him, especially when he first texted you at 3 o'clock and it was now 11:30. While he was worried that I remembered you were visiting your parents today, so I figured you might have just turned your phone off. That's when a harsh banging against his door effectively waking Ashburn's up. He turned slightly, his eyes flicking at the door, before he cautiously opened it, in case it being some sort of trap. Upon opening the door, Ashburn soon realized it was not a trap, but at this point, he might have preferred it to be some sort of trap, rather than your fuming form in front of him. "The hell's wrong with you?" Patsy groaned, his voice still groggy from the deep sleep he was in. Well, normally would have felt bad to wake your boyfriend up, clearly having been asleep since you stood before in his sweatpants only. There are more things on your mind. Clenching your fists, you stormed past him, mumbling curses under your breath, while you invited yourself into a storm. Between the gust of wind that blew through Katsuki's locks from your quirk, the angry growls escaping your lips, it was quite clear you were beyond angry. "Everything about this is wrong, Katsuki. I don't know why I ever thought this would work," you hissed, your form pacing back and forth between his bed and desk, while you continued to talk to yourself, your mind thinking a mile a minute. Gazing about your ranting form, Katsuki shut his door while mumbling something snarky under his breath. "If you're walking over to you with folded arms, just explain to me why the hell you're so mad, and I'll try and fix it." Suddenly, your pacing body froze, your eyes flicking into his, such intensity, it even startled him just a bit. There was a quiet sinister look in your eyes, a loud chuckle escaping your lips, while you clenched your fists at your sides. "You'll try and fix it, huh? Well, good luck trying to fix the forced marriage I'm in," you snapped, eyes narrowed up to his own challengingly. The sound of marriage caught his attention. He looked down at you with furrowed eyebrows. "Oh, what?" "Yeah, that's right. I'm due to get married to some freak I've never met because of our damn quirks." He growled, teeth gritting well at that annoyed huff. "Because surely me and some jerk with a fire quirk would make the ultimate powerhouse child, wouldn't we?" While you ranted, did not even notice your work activating around you. One started to swirl around you slowly, causing your hair to blow around. "My parents put me up for sale like a damn animal. They're making money off me. Can you believe it? I thought if I could get into the school, I could prove them wrong. Show them what great potential I have. But no. No, they sell me off like I'm a damned cow on occasion." Katsuki was angry now. For a moment, had not even noticed your quirk activating due to his own anger radiating off of him. "So they're gonna force you to marry this damn guy I've never met? They can't do that." Laughing darkly looked up to him, with it again that crazed look in your eyes. "Oh, that's not even the best part, babe. Since I'm being forced to go marry this Prince Charming, I can kiss you a goodbye. That's right. They said a woman like myself has no right to work in the hero field. They're making me leave UA. After all, who's going to take care of the kids while both of us are out doing hero work? My husband can take care of it, while I watch the children." The Ashbun listened to every venomous word you spat, with wide crimson eyes. He couldn't believe it. He knew your parents were crazy, but not this crazy. This was beyond crazy. Clenching his fist, Katsuki was ready to shout out a brittle, as to how you couldn't go, until one of his papers smacked square across his face, ripping the sandpaper off a bit. It was just now that he realized his room was turning into a mess because of your quirk. Their angry ranting causing your quirk to form some sort of human tornado in his room. You were so heated about the topic, your mouth moving a mile a minute, did not even notice the mess it had been causing. "All my dreams are down the garbage. I'm stuck being a boring house mom for the rest of my life, and there's nothing I can do about it." You shouted, your hair wrapping wildly around you while you continued to rant. Katsuki tried his best to call your name, trying to calm you down, but it was no use. The only thing you could hear were your own thoughts drowning you out. It was actually beginning to scare Dash Plant. "Why on?" Katsuki called, walking towards you while you stared at the ground as you shouted out. After calling your name a few more times and seeing no change, Dash Plant finally walked up to you, touching some objects that were flying around the room before grabbing onto your shoulders firmly. "Why on?" Jerking your head up to a sudden shouting of your name, you saw your boyfriend's crimson eyes glaring down to you, fear and worry surging through his face. Suddenly, you froze. Everything that was once flying around the room crashing to the floor to leave you into silence. Looking around, you had just begun to notice the mess you'd made. Before the Ashcan could even scold you about messing up his room, a single tear slid down your cheek, causing Katsuki to freeze. Guilt running through his body, he hated crying like this in front of him. You absolutely hated it, but you couldn't help yourself. Your arm was as simple as that. Your life was slowly crumbling before your very eyes, and there was nothing you could do about it. As more tears slid down your face, suddenly your lip followed out. Yuri looked into his eyes desperately. "I'm so scared, Katsuki. I don't want any of this." He looked down to your form, a frown following on his face. Yuri let out a sigh. "Come here, Viola." And without another word, you ran into his open arms, throwing your arms around his torso while burying your face in his chest. Every bit of anger, fear, sadness, and worry, and every bit of emotion you had bottled up inside you spilled out through your tears. Ashblood could feel the orange juice slipping down his bare chest, but he didn't care. Rather, he pulled you closer, against him, letting you get everything out of your system so you could talk. Without warning, he lifted you up onto the ground. Once you wild sobs, turned to soft sniffles, placing you on the bed with him before sitting next to you. "Mayan, you gotta listen to me. You're not gonna go with those assholes." "What?" "You heard me, damn it. I'm not letting your shitty-ass parents take you away from me. I earned you. And nobody else is going to so much as look at you but me. Tomorrow, we'll both go to Mr. Hazawa and explain to him what's going on. I know sure as hell what your parents are doing can be illegal. Even if it is. I'll go to whatever the hell I need to keep you away from those damn assholes. Hear me? Nobody's taking your ass away from me without a fight." And upon hearing your boyfriend's determined speech, you couldn't help but crack a smile. Your head tilting while lovingly looked up to your boyfriend before he cut your chin gently, pressing his lips to yours. "Thank you so much, Katsuki." The Emperor did a laugh before wrapping your arms tightly around him. "I don't know what I'd do without you." And the two of you just held on to each other for the next 2 minutes. None of you wanted to let the other go. You both felt safe in each other's arms, as if nobody could separate the two of you if you stayed together. Even Dash Plant was falling victim to his need of slumber, his crimson eyes flaring closed. Before he blinked them open one last time, something came into his mind that he needed to tell you now more than ever. "Hey, Mayan." "Yeah, Katsu?" Inhaled deeply, your quiet, sweet voice making his heartbeat just a little faster. It was in these moments Katsuki wondered how you got so lucky as to have you, which made all the more reason why I needed to tell you these 4 words now. I should have told you them the first day you met. "I love you." And without needing you to say anything, and just looking into your eyes, you could tell that you loved him too.